coolest thing ever. Look, all the ICE agency at the airport doing security. They got the dogs out, vest on, whole setup. Man, it's like a movie in here. I gotta walk through while they working.
I am highly impressed. By the way, my president is like the ultimate chess player. President Trump, you know how to play actual chess? Like the actual chess on with the board and everything and the king and the queen? Because the way that you are playing chess with these Democrats is quite impressive. The man basically said these Democrats don't get their crap together. ICE is going to be doing TSA's job. I wouldn't have thought of that. I would not have thought of that. Genius move. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to comply, or do you think we will be seeing ICE agents at the airport?
Moments ago, President Trump confirming that ICE agents will be in airports, writing on Truth Social. On Monday, ICE will be going to airports to help our wonderful TSA agents who have stayed on the job despite the fact that the radical left Democrats, who are only focused on protecting hardline criminals who have entered our country illegally, are endangering the USA by holding back the money that was long ago agreed to with signed and sealed contracts and all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like President Trump wins again. I got a quick reaction to a video I posted yesterday where President Trump threatened to utilize ICE to support the lack of TSA's functioning because the Democrats decided that they wanted to hold the government hostage to support illegal aliens instead, basically saying, well, hey, Trump, if you don't defund ICE, then we're not going to fund TSA and other agencies that fall under DHS. Okay, so President Trump, of course, for always being a man of innovation, decided that, hey, we're going to get creative with this and we're going to have TSA do or ICE do the job of TSA, which in my opinion is quite genius. This guy is like an ultimate chess master.
Across the country starting tomorrow. It's all part of an effort to ease long TSA lines as more and more Department of Homeland Security employees call out of work due to missed paychecks. Some security lines have seen wait times of 2 to 3 hours due to those short staffing areas. And then Mr. Trump says the agents will also arrest undocumented immigrants. This all stems from Congress's failure to fund DHS, which ran out of money more than a month ago. Border Czar Tom Homan will head that operation up. He says ICE agents will cover airport exits and entry points and then check IDs so TSA officers can focus on screenings. It's unclear how many agents will be involved. And lawmakers hope funding gets passed before Congress begins April break. As of right now, though, there are pretty few signs an agreement will be reached soon.
You know, while Kamala Harris says she's playing 3D chess, which chess is already in 3D because this lady's an idiot, President Trump is playing 4D chess.
Was aware of my opponent's strategies, and I wasn't about to fall prey. And
chess, not checkers. Got it.
chess, not checkers. Yeah, three-dimensional chess. I'm telling you.
Slap yourself.
So, guys, here's what Hakeem Jeffries had to say. I'm pretty sure this is likely going to be in the title and thumbnail. He's saying that TSA or ICE agents are going to show up and be killing people at the airport.
What's your response to what Tom Homan revealed here?
Well, good morning. Great to be with you. There are three things that have been true since Donald Trump and Republicans came back into power last January. Life is more expensive, life is more chaotic, and life is more extreme. The last thing that the American people need are for untrained ICE agents to be deployed at airports all across the country, potentially to brutalize or in some instances kill them. We've already seen how ICE conducts itself. These are untrained individuals when it comes to doing the current job that they have for the most part, let alone deploying them in close exposure and highly sensitive situations at airports across the country.
This guy is an absolute lunatic, guys. Like, yeah, I suppose that if people start trying to run people over with their cars and show up with guns to the airport, then yeah, you might have a problem with ICE being at the airport. Okay, I think TSA would probably bop you one good time and maybe have you pushing up daisies too if you try to run them over and show up with guns to the airport. But that's just my opinion, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and react to CNN's Dana Bash over here melting down over Tom Homan. Tom Homan, the border czar, is actually the head of this operation, Operation Save TSA's Ass. Okay, so Tom Homan is assisting with this. Let's go ahead and react to this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
How is that going to work? Are ICE agents going to move into American airports starting tomorrow, Monday?
Yes. And I'm currently working on the plan now of execution, working with the director of ICE and administrator at TSA, the acting administrator. So we'll put together a plan today and we'll execute tomorrow.
Boom.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions here. First of all, are ICE agents even remotely trained to handle security at airports?
ICE agents receive a high level of training. And, you know, the ICE agents are assigned at many airports across the country already. They do a lot of investigation, criminal investigation on smuggling at airports. But, you know, there's got TSA agents covering exits, you know, people that enter through the exits. You know, certainly a highly trained ICE law enforcement officer can cover an exit, makes people don't go through those exits.
Hello.
Entering the airport through the exits, and that stuff like that relieves that TSA officer to go to screening and to reduce those lines. So wherever we can provide extra security, I don't see an ICE agent looking at an X-ray machine because they're not trained in that. But there are certain parts of security that TSA is doing that we can move them off those jobs and put them in the specialized jobs, help move those lines.
Boom. All they need is bodies, guys. That's all they need is bodies. It's really that simple. Why they acting like, oh my gosh, why are you trying to save Americans 5-hour wait times? Like, because we can. Okay, look, the big, beautiful bill is working out tremendously, if you ask me.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. So what you're saying is when you move ICE into airports, they are going to be just around the exits and the exteriors. They're not going to be helping people get through the lines and screening people's bags.
Those discussions are going on now. I'm not expert at TSA, so that's why I'm talking to the TSA administrator and the ICE director, find out where we can fit in. We'll have a plan by the end of today where we're sending what airports we're starting with and where we're sending them. But that's a discussion we're having right now.
Yeah, here's the problem. They're acting like ICE is taking over TSA. That's not what's happening. They're working with the TSA and the staffers that they have and the people in charge there, so they're going to augment them. It's just like if you hire some contractors, like you got your main employees, you hire some additional contractors to come in, the main employees you rely on, the contractors do what they can. It's not that complicated. Like, why they got to make this, why is it always got to be some meltdown with these people?
Discussions to do the show, and I'll be back having those discussions when I finish. So it's a work in progress, but we will be at the airports tomorrow helping TSA move those lines along.
And I know you said it's a work in progress, but at least at the beginning, are there airports that specific airports that you're thinking about starting with? And how many ICE agents are you considering deploying to do this?
Again, that's going based on discussions we're having today. I think we need to, my opinion is that we concentrate on airports where the longest waits are. We prioritize those. The large airports where there's a long wait, like 3 hours. I think we got to prioritize what we do like we do everything else. So again, having those discussions, continued discussions after the show with the leadership of those agencies will lead us to some decisions based on prioritization, where we deploy, how quick we deploy, how many agents we deploy. So. Right. Hopefully we'll have all those answers here by this afternoon. But
all it's going to be is however many they need, man. Like, look, how many people, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, for those who don't know, it's common sense. All that happens is you ask the people in charge, hey, how many people you need? I need about 20. Okay, here's 20 people. It's that simple. It's nothing complicated about it. You don't just say, well, I think I'm just going to give you 30 or 40 people and you only need 10. Or, hey, if I need 20, I give you 5. No, they're probably going to give them the exact amount of people that they asked for.
We're working on it. And when we deploy tomorrow, we'll have a well thought out plan to execute.
With respect, if you're doing this in 24 hours, how well thought out could it possibly be?
Again, ICE has been at airports across the country for a long time. It's just expanding those things. Look, it does. How much?
What type of question, guys? What type of reporting? How well thought out could it be? You freaking SO. Okay, I'm trying not to call this lady out her name. Let's keep going.
Again, ICE has been at airports across the country for a long time. It's just expanding those things. Look, it does. how much of a plan does it mean to guard an exit to make sure no one comes through that exit?
And
I mean, we're talking about security options, and these officers are well trained in security, and they're well trained in identification. And look, we're going to do what we can to help TSA move those people to the line.
And last question on this, because this is important, and I realize that this is clearly a plane that you're creating while it's in the air here, but this is a question that a lot of people are asking. Is it just going to be crowd control, or will ICE officers also be doing immigration enforcement while they are at the airports?
You bet. Of course they will.
We do immigration enforcement at airports all the time, so is that going to change? It's not going to change. This is about helping the men and women at TSA. They've lost several hundred employees. The lines are really slow because of the shutdown. This is about going to helping TSA do their mission and get the American public through that airport as quick as they can. Well, while adhering to all the security guidelines and the protocols, we're simply there to help TSA do their job in areas that don't need their specialized expertise, such as, screening through the X-ray machine. Not training that, we won't do that. But there are roles we can play to release TSA officers from the non-significant roles, such as guarding an exit, so they can get back to the scanning machines and move people quicker. And we're just simply helping our fellow officers at TSA.
I mean, guys, this is genius. You can ruin the Democrats' plans, okay? The Democrats' plans have been thwarted. You can ruin their plans because all the pain that they're trying to cause American citizens is going to go away. And guess who's saving them? Trump. Guess who offered to save them? Elon Musk. Guess who they're going to see? ICE, the people who the Democrats have been demonizing this entire time. Guess who's going to get blamed for the shutdown? Democrats. This is freaking genius. And then on top of that, Trump gave them no time. He literally said this Saturday, and it's taking place on Monday, tomorrow. This guy is like, the IQ is insane. This is something that he's outsmarted the Democrats yet again. Oh man, I know they're pissed. I know they freaking seething, just like, how dare Trump come up with a plan and ruin this pain that we're trying to cause American citizens. Wait 5 hours at the airport. We want to support illegal aliens. We want to defund ICE. They want it so desperately. And the funny thing is, it's going to be even more illegals being deported because now they're going to be at the airport. This is so freaking raw, unadulterated, pure evil, genius type stuff, guys. But this is actually hilarious. Let me know if you guys think that this is a good idea, or is this going to be some sort of disaster? I'm sure that the woke protesters are planning right now to show up at the airports and cause even more chaos. So be on the lookout for that. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
Why is this taking so long?
Back of the line for complaining.
Dude, you need to go back and book 2 seats for yourself.
Whose fucking bag is this?
I am from Somalia.
Where are you headed to?
To Quality Learning Center.